Hi everyone, it's Anya here and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks. And today we are still working on our legacy blanket and I would like to show you how you're going to go about putting on the stars on your blanket. Now I know I have not put any stars on my blanket yet, but you know I can always do it later. My grandma used to love creating the stars, and as you can see she has put quite a lot on each square. Well, actually she's filled the squares. Of course you don't have to do that many, you can do them random or you can place them wherever you want. In this picture you can see 3 generations of blankets. The first small blanket at the front was made completely by my grandma. The second blanket on the side here, the purple and green one, she made the squares, I found them and I assembled the blanket. It's a really huge blanket, and thinking back now, I think she meant to make 2 blankets, one for Thomas and one for Rachel. So in the future I might take it apart again and turn it into 2 smaller blankets. And then of course there's the blanket on the side, on the back, and that's the one that I made. Over the course of about 6 months I have been making these squares and putting them together. And I have loved every minute of making it. So let me show you how to create the stars on the Anna square. To be able to create the stars, you will need a darning needle, a blunt one preferably, and yarn, the color that you fancy using, and you will need 80 centimeters or 32 inches of it. Okay, so to sew on our stars, we're going to first of all decide where we're going to place them. And so first of all, have a look at the actual fabric that you have created. We are going to be using one of these squares here, and then you will see that it has all these boxes on the edge. And those are the boxes that we will be using, as well as, of course, the middle one here. Now, of course, we need to put extra yarn on, so there will be ends to deal with, but I want to make sure that you can't see the ends and that they're not hanging out, but that they are sewn in. So we're going to get started by sewing in our end a little bit, then we'll do our starbursts, and then we'll sew in the end a little bit again. So hopefully we can hide those ends underneath the starbursts. So find the corner box here, go into the stitches with your needle and thread and sort of go into the stitches all the way to the middle box. So your needle is now where my yarn is going to be. You will see it through there, of course, there's no other way of doing this. Okay, so let's put the yarn in that location, and this is the bit that we're going to be sewing in to start with. So now that you're at the end, just very gently pull it there. So that is the bit that we've sewn in. Now we're going to start making our starbursts. So let's get going on doing that. So from the middle, you're going to go to the next box, back to the middle underneath the square, and come out the middle box. So very gently, don't pull the yarn, just lay it over your fabric. Now again, into the next box, back into the middle box. And again, very gently laying it down. Next box, middle box. And of course in the beginning your yarn is a little bit long, but that is easily fixed by just doing more starbursts. So there we go. So it's getting easier already, but don't pull it. Just lay your starbursts really nicely next to each other onto the fabric. And each time you go to the next box and you come back out via the middle box. So you're always starting from the middle box, going to the outer box there of this particular square, coming back through the middle box. My yarn is double now, so I'll pull it a little bit there. So make sure you don't pull any of these strands, just lay them nicely onto your fabric. So now we are here. That's one more box to do. Yeah, now here we have to do this box. There we go. So I always make sure I lay my starbursts nicely next to each other. So now we have this to deal with, because of course we need to do our little starburst there, but of course we have to end. So first of all, we're going to go and do our starburst. This will now, look, you go into there, you come out of here. This will now hide the end that we sewn in to start with. And now, of course, we're going to do exactly the same as we did when we started, only we're going to go up this way, and we're going to make sure once again that we are into the stitches and where this strand, of course, is already covering it up. So just move that strand across for a moment so you can get into the stitch there. There we go. And yeah, we are in the same place as where that other strand is already, but that's okay. Voila. And I'm going to try, where am I here? There we go. I'm going to come out at the top there. And there we go. Just give it a little tug, just a little. And voila. And so now we're ready to cut off the yarn. And we're just going to make sure, there we go, that you can't see that we've sewn in the ends there. There we go. So that's the way to sew in your ends without seeing where they are, because we are laying the starbursts over them. So I hope this has given you an idea of how to put the stars on without seeing where you have sewn in the ends. You can do as many or as few stars as you want. You can use whichever color you want. You can use one color, multiple colors, it doesn't matter. It's all your choice. As you have seen, I did not put any stars on my blanket, but then again, who knows what I might do in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!